welcome to another unboxing video from theplayersaid.com. My name's Alexander, and today we're taking a look at Hellenes, Campaigns of the Peloponnesian War. This is an older game, 2009, from GMT Games. This is a block war game, kind of in the Columbia style, but this has got a little bit more to it, about the Peloponnesian War. So this is a two-player game. You can see it's kind of the kind of more standard what you would expect of the area moves, and you know, it's warring between the two major states, and then you have a bunch of kind of vassal cities between them. So we're looking at a two-player game. Shouldn't be too complex, but because it's the block games, you can play it all face up, but you lose a lot. But you could play it solo if you were desperate. But really, you want this for two players. So let's take a look at what we've got inside the box. Okay, the first thing we've got here. Huge bag of blocks, which we appreciate. And Adam, I don't know if you still work at GMT, but if you do, I'm opening this 13 years later, and I just took the shrink off of it, so good job. Alright, the blocks, there's a number of different ones, but it's kind of what you would expect. You got red ones for Sparta, blue ones for Athens, and then we have, kind of in the bottom here, there's black, grey, and orange, presumably for different markers, and maybe even vassals and things like that. So this is a block line. There's going to be a lot of stickers in here that we've got to take care of. We also have 4d6. Oh, those are so cool. Oh, I gotta show you these. These are sparkly dice. They have glitter in them. Those are lovely. Oh. They also look kind of sci-fi. I might play a little sci-fi game with those ones. That's awesome. So we've got a deck of cards, because I believe this is... I don't know if these are event cards or if this is a CDG. I can't remember. I was just reading about it. But I'm reading about a lot of games. All these different cards. And these are... here, these are kind of a high gloss card. Here, where's the light? Come on, there we go. You can see these are kind of a pretty shiny high gloss card. And considering this is one of the 2009 games, these cards are pretty solid. It's not like the old flimsy ones that you used to get back in the day. So these look pretty nice. Enemy units cannot attack or assault this season. Augury. So I think we got lots of cool events and things we can do on these cards. And they're identical on the back, so everyone's drawing from the same deck. It's not like you have two different decks in this one. So, let's wipe out everything else from here with a lot of paper and card. So we have a play aid, which has sequence of play on it, which we appreciate. Siege attrition, storms for deep sea crossing, appeals to Olympus. So I don't know if this is like, oh, you have a card or something that says, oh, use this capability, but you got a bunch of the major gods here have an ability listed with them. So you can either invoke those, that's pretty cool if that's the case, and some special rules. This is single-sided, so we'll just have this out on the table. Okay, so we have an extended example of play, which for 2009 we appreciate. A lot of games back in those days didn't have this kind of thing. So we've got the number of actions listed on the cards, as well as the event. So here we have, like, this is 3 actions. This is 1 action, for example. But this is a very detailed, pictorial, full-color example of play. Once again, I've played a lot of games from this era that had nothing like this. So I'm actually very impressed and quite happy with that. Hopefully that is very useful in aiding play. And these are the old semi-gloss rules. So this is from 2009 once again, and these rules aren't particularly long, which is what you would expect from a block war game. So we've got, again, full color, which is really nice. Again, I've played games from this year, 2009, that were all, like, basically almost unusable. So there are some scenarios. So really, rules-wise, 12 pages of rules. And some of it's pretty dense text, but some of it is also sidebar with just kind of notes. So really, you're looking at, these are the actual rules down here. So that's actually, it's not a whole lot. So all things considered, I'm pretty happy about that. It should be an easy learn and read. So there's the full campaign scenario. Then we have the Sicily Campaign, the 413 Campaign. This is just the early part of the war, I believe. It's only 10 years long. Oh, maybe that's the same, different setup. But there's a couple of different scenarios in here, so we'll have a nose around. Yeah, the 415 Campaign. So that's later on, you lose the past couple hours. So this is a 6-hour playtime. This is a 4-hour playtime. This is 2 hours. Let's see, what do we got? Playing time 4 hours. So there's a number of different scenarios that you can kind of tailor. If you want to play a short game, if you want to play the long, full kahuna, you can do all that too. So that's the rules. So these are... okay. This is game record sheets. So I'm probably going to photocopy these. These are very thin, flimsy paper, and it's kind of a semi-gloss, which is very hard to write on. But they give you 3 of these. I think they're identical, but we're going to photocopy these and fill these out as we go. The different years and as the game progresses. So we have our units. This is the 431 campaign. This is your recruit pool. This is the Sicily campaign one. Are these double-sided? Yes, they are. So we've got the 415 and we've got the 413 Athens campaign. 413. Is this the same as this? Oh, this is 431. I can't read. There you go. That's why. I was getting 413 and 431 mixed up. So there's 4 different campaigns in it. That's what we're looking for. And then we have our sheet of stickers. And so these are, again, this is about 10 years old, so just bear that in mind. These are the units. We have the Spartan ones, Athenian ones, and then presume some kind of the vassal city-state ones, a little bit more, slightly different coloured on them that you can do. Some pillage markers, action markers, and just different admin markers. And then we have here a nationality map. With our Spartan blocks on it. I think that's just a reference. And then the rest of this is the map. And if you've played any Columbia block war games, this is very much in that vein. And what I mean by that is this is not paper, nor is it mounted. This is like heavy card. And so I'm gonna have to get a flexi and like flatten this out. But it's neither mounted nor is it just kind of paper. So it still has some bend to it. We'll get something to flatten this out with. But this is also like a very matte finish to it as well. But you've got these the maps divided up into regions, each of which have values associated with them. Got ourselves a prestige track over here on this side, and then a time track over here as well. But that's really it. I've heard the game's a lot of Athens, has a lot of maneuverability because of their sea movement and their naval superiority, and Sparta can invoke a lot of revolts and bugger around with the various vassals and other city-states, and they can kind of really gum things up for them that way and have some good land forces too. So I've never played this before. I've played a number of kind of block war games in this style. This one seems to have slightly more meat on the bones than some of the other ones that we've played. So we'll read through this and get this played and let you know how this is. But appreciate you very much for tuning in. This is Hellenes, Campaigns of the Peloponnesian War from GMT Games. An older game, but it still checks out. If you've ever played this, please let me know what you think. And have a great time. Appreciate you tuning in. I've been Alexander for theplayersaid.com.